In the body, in the body of your document, the next part is conducting in-depth research and critical reflections. See here, these are some of the important points that we are going to cover in this topic. Okay. So the reason to support findings, critical evaluation and analysis of the new technologies to be adopted by these two organizations. Consideration regards need to upgrade some technologies to allow integration of the new ones. So this point speaks about, so when you are updating your new network adoption, does it require any upgrade to the existing technologies? The same point I mentioned as example in your previous explanation. In the previous video, I mentioned about the example of our organization. As we are very small, when we are going to upgrade our network, like when we focus on using or adopting new technology, do we, it is definite that we need some kind of upgradation. Okay, upgradation means, for example, we should purchase some servers, we should purchase cables to connect all the systems, like to develop internal LAN, something like that. Okay, so when we propose certain technology, certain new technology to the organization, we need additional things to be, we need to upgrade our network within the organization, or we might be removing complete network and we might be replacing it with brand new networks. In that way, some kind of changes should be made to some, or like maximum changes should be made to the network. Okay, so if any that kind of, like based, like considering your network adoption update or recommendation, does your organization, specifically for small organization, what kind of upgrades required, for large organization what kind of upgrades required, this should be identified and explained. Next one, consideration of changes in processing, employee skills and management improvements. So here employee skills in the sense, see, for example, whatever the technology, as of now we are using MS Office. So for that, people should have some good skills on using MS Word, MS Excel, MS Presentation, and these technologies. So if you don't have these skills, it is very difficult for you people to write a report, format it, and submit it in a right format. Okay. So in the same way, when we upgrade new communication technologies to the organization, it is very important that employees should have skills to use those technologies. If they don't have, it will be a problem. So what kind of considerations or changes that we need to do? That we should provide some proper training to the employees. Okay, so not only after implementing the technology, before implementing the technology, to ensure that change management is successfully done, we need to provide some proper trainings to the employees. Proper review meetings should be conducted to the employees to understand what is happening with the organization. Okay, so as a process, in the part of, like, see, you need to describe a proper information about training employees. Next one, implementation approach. What kind of implementation process we are going to follow? Is that a phased implementation, a direct implementation, or like what we call parallel implementation? So you just cross check, okay, what type of implementation technology we are following, discuss about the kind of implementation technology, then discuss what kind of trainings should be provided to the employees to ensure that they support organization and they develop some proper skills to use the technologies. Next, management improvements. What kind of strategies management should use, what kind of new things that organization should include. Maybe, for example, as we are implementing new technology for the organization, we might need develop a new policy of using the technology. We might be developing a new risk management policies, regulatory management policies, handling employees, handling resources. All these improvements should be made to the management. Okay, that information should be discussed in this area. Okay, this section, for this section, I guess it should be again a 1,000 word document, three different parts, and for each section I expect you people to write at least 300 odd words. Okay, three different sections. First one is sorry, four different sections, 250 to 300 each. Okay, so first one is what kind of upgrade we need, like exclusively we write about, we write for the small organization, and exclusively we write for the big organization. And for these things, change process, for change process also, for a large organization it will be different, and small organization it will be different. For example, if you take our organization, we can go for a direct implementation. where the target consulting company can develop a web application at their location and they can simply implement it at our organization in one go. Okay, so but for large organization it is very difficult for them to implement at a time, or like a one in one go, complete network in one go. They definitely use phased implementation method. So for processing it will be different for small organization and large organization. Next we have employee skills management improvements. You can write commonly for both the organization. For a small or large organization, the change management will be same. Like though the kind of the amount of effort we put will be different, but the kind of practices we use will be common for both the type of organization. For management improvements also, it is very common for small and large organizations. We should consider both as same. Okay, so write these things in 1000 words, guys. For this section, it is 1000 words.